Oh yes, baby. Yeah, that's me. I got online. I did. I got online. Fuck you. Fuck everyone else. I got online. Yeah, I got online for about 3 minutes or so for the introduction, and then got to do a little race thing, except the race wouldn't start, then I got kicked. So, has GTA Online been the biggest fail of this type of game? I know that I'm going to get some of these like arguments out of the way, right? Because if anybody dares to complain about this on the forums, they're labeled as a whiny bitch, you know, as an entitled little brat. So I don't think that it's unrealistic to have expectations that when you buy something, it works. Now, I'm not saying it works flawlessly, but it should work to some fucking degree. You know what I mean? Now, okay, this has been the biggest selling game of all time, you know, and the other argument is that Rockstar didn't anticipate the demand for it. Well, I'm going to call foul there, because if they didn't anticipate it, they wouldn't have produced the volume of discs that it needed to be the biggest selling game. Are you with me? You know, like when people run out of something because they haven't made enough, you kind of you believe them. You know, if you go down to the beach and you try and buy an ice cream, and the ice cream man says, "Sorry man, I'm sold out. I didn't anticipate that many people wanting one today." You can understand it. But if he's sitting there with a freezer full of cones and saying, "Well, I didn't anticipate it," you'd kind of be thinking, "Well, why did you bring that many cones?" So I don't buy these arguments that companies aren't expecting the demand for something, you know. Now, there's also the argument that Rockstar are new to doing it like this, that, you know, GTA Online is a different kind of online experience than GTA 4. Alright, fair enough. Again, you know, I'm a reasonable guy. I can accept that. But why not bring in some expert advice? You know, some expert consultants from people who have got experience of doing this sort of massive multiplayer online. Or why not run an extensive beta? Now, the only reason they don't do a beta is because they're so precious about what information they release before a game it comes out. And the only reason they do that is to build up the hype, build up the expectation, make everybody really want it. And yeah, Rockstar, it works. I've got no qualms about saying it. I really, really wanted this. Every other fucking player out there really, really wanted this. But we would have had a much, much better launch if you hadn't have been quite so big of yourselves, you know, quite so proud, and sort of lose the attitude that you don't need to do a beta, because clearly you did need to do one. And clearly you did anticipate how many people were going to be buying this game. And there is loads of different solutions for reducing server demand at launch. You know, you could have made it so that only certain activities were available. You could have, you know, made servers limited to smaller parts rather than just EU and you know, all of America, etc. Split those down into states and smaller parts and stuff like that. There's loads of different solutions. And you know, when before the launch of GTA 5, we were told that GTA Online was coming out 2 weeks later because they wanted to separate it and, you know, treat it as a separate existence from GTA 5, and that it was good to go. And then a few days before launch, we get these things about how they're panicking, you know, a bit, and that they anticipate there may be problems. Well, yeah, there's been fucking problems. And the problems are kind of described as things like intermittent problems joining. Well, fuck that. There's nothing intermittent about nobody being able to join. Everybody that I know is unable to actually get online with this, despite trying for several hours. So there's nothing intermittent about that. You know, I realise that this is an ambitious project and everything, but it's disappointing. It is disappointing, and I'm not kind of making the excuses that a lot of people seem to be making about this. You know, that Rockstar took the money, they sold the product. If it wasn't ready, don't release it. It's as simple as that. Anyway, guys, feel free to rant, vent your frustrations here, or feel free to call me a whiny little brat as well. I really don't care. Take it easy. This is Muppet out. Bye.